All I hear is talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. If she be down the ride, oh, I bet that. Ooh.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is J.H. How y'all doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Everybody clean? Are you crisp? Are you feeling irie today? Let's talk. Oh, man. Before anybody defends anybody and before you attack anybody, I'd like to show two clips, and then I'm going to do what I do, give my piss poor analysis behind each clip. Alrighty, let's take a look, shall we?
11 o'clock a.m.
That Indian guy. That man must have worked 7 days a week. I see him every day. Yeah, I'm like, you, I ain't never seen you walk.
On February 18th.
Oh, yeah, the little Indian lady too.
They say they're not working today.
Ouch. Perception.
No one in here. No one working here.
No one working there. All right, so perception is everything. Clearly, perception is everything. Even if there were people, if they all went on break at the same time, perception is everything. So let's take a look at the next one. Here we go. This is what they're saying.
In the Bronx tonight, neighbors are telling us that one post office has customers waiting as long as 5 hours for service with lines right out the door. John Diaz headed to Morsania to find out what's behind these delays.
It's
5
supposed to be a
hours.
quick errand. A stop at the United States Postal Service on East 167th Street in Morrisania. But neighbors say once you walk through those doors, you're not coming back out anytime soon.
I got to wait 2.5 hours for a stamp. It's ridiculous.
Others tell me the wait for packages could take up to 5 hours, with only 1 or 2 clerks helping them out. Video from last week shows the chaos inside, with signs saying packages couldn't be picked up until the afternoon, and some telling us their packages were lost.
Inside is all messed up.
I don't even want to come back here ever again.
On Thursday, we watched as multiple people saw the long lines inside and decided it's not even worth their time. And pictures show what it looks like when the line was out the door.
Probably the worst post office I've been in. If this was in another zip code, it wouldn't be like this.
One neighbor shared video of when police were called after they say frustrated customers got heated over waiting. Many customers tell me that this has been an issue for quite some time, but in recent weeks, the problems have really piled up. In a statement, a spokesperson for the post office said in part, quote, "The recent increase in lobby traffic is due to a significant number of packages that were brought back to the office," saying the packages could not be safely left at homes.
Right.
But some customers say that explanation doesn't line up with what they're being told at the counter.
They was telling us that packages were sent to Soundview.
The spokesperson also told us that they have added staff to assist customers and help reduce overall wait times and expect traffic to normalize soon. But until then, snail mail takes a whole new meaning in Morrisania.
It's horrible.
John Diaz, CBS News, New York.
So the snow was there. I could understand why they wouldn't leave packages in the snow. You in the boogie down, and if you ain't never been to the boogie down, you can't understand that. But here's the thing. We're going to talk now. So it's 5 hours. 5 hours. I'm sorry, the light is really bothering my eyes. 5 hours to get a package. The police were called. The customers got heated. The line was clear, clearly out the door. Then you have the news, which gives you one side. They talk about increased lobby traffic because packages could not be safely left. That part makes sense because they're not going to leave packages on top of snow. It could be a high theft area, 167th. If you ain't been, then don't go. There's no real secure locations. And if the carriers are scanning that there's not a safe place to leave a package, then it has to come back. Or it could have been the snow. It could have been the weather. There was a lot of things that occurred last week or the week before. And when everything comes back to the post office, the lobby becomes the counter, the pickup center for the entire neighborhood. And that obviously is not designed for speed. That's basically a pressure cooker. You understand what I'm saying? So minimal clerks, we can see that. One or two people trying to handle a flood of returns. You got a losing battle from the jump street. And you can't just pull a carrier off the street and say, hey, go run the window. Because there's accountability. They have financial responsibility. There's training that goes into that, window training, etc. So when the staffing drops, then the volume spikes. You know, that's a recipe for disaster. That's how that works. But we're not gonna stop there because I'm not about to sit here and act like the system is the only issue and management is the only issue. Because some clerks, the attitude is bad. Not all, but enough that the reputation tends to exist. And perception is everything. Now, what I perceived and what you just saw, and if y'all actually work in big or regular size post offices, you will notice that they may have 10 windows, but you never have 10 clerks at the window. Never. I've been around this country as a truck driver, every single state. You never have full staffing at the window. It's just not a thing. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all are reducing in size. They didn't build extra windows just because. It wasn't like that. Look at the windows back in the 80s. Some of y'all like, you that old? Yeah. Anyway. And you hear somebody say, the clerk at my post office is amazing. Have you ever heard that? Ever? Y'all may be like, yeah, Jay, I heard that before, but I've never heard it. You never heard it. Perception is everything. You hear about carriers all the time. You either hate them or you love them. You hear about the regular mailman. Yeah. You hear about the drivers that go above and beyond, but window clerks, most of the time you hear about the stories, it's rude, dismissive, irritated. And is that fair across the board? No, definitely not. But the public does not grade individuals. They grade experiences. So would it be fair for me to say for you to just Google any post office in the country and just look at the reviews and you can just check for yourself? That's all I got to say about that. But 2026, if one interaction gets recorded by one of these stupid phones and then they put it up on social media, now you're graded by the interaction that somebody's already posted before you even did your transaction. I'm talking to the clerks now. So social media tends to be a double-edged sword. That's why I keep telling the carriers, stop with all that foolishness and your dancing, because regardless of what you think, all the good carriers are being graded off of what they see you do. It exposes the real problems in the post office and it locks in bad moments forever. Now, I know a lot of clerks can be like, Jay, you're wrong. Jay, you don't know what I deal with, etc. I do. Trust me, I do. How do you know? Family, man. My family. I've had customers just berating. Just for some reason, this climate has people thinking that they can just be racial to everybody. Go back to your country. It's wild. But you don't have to take my word for anything. You just go open Google, type any random post office across the country, click the reviews, and then start reading. It's not one location. It's not two. There's more than 10, 15, 20, 100 of them. Tell me the pattern that you see for yourself. You're not going to do that because you're not going to want to incriminate yourselves, but it might not be you, but it happens all over. It's not about one bad apple. It's about the national perception issue. I tell people that's kind of my thing. I'm like, yo, don't act out because, if you do this at work, management's looking at that and then everybody gets in trouble. That's called perception. What it is. That's uncomfortable, but that's real. Now I got to balance it out again. Clerks deal with that nonsense on a regular basis. You got people that argue with you for over 50 cents. They don't speak English well. They blame the clerks for tracking delays. They shove their phones in their face and start recording. I've seen carriers, clerks and customers fighting. I've showed videos about that. People already show up to the post office mad. Me included. I don't even want to go in there. Burnout y'all have is real. But this is a public facing position. And again, perception is everything. When a customer has waited 2 hours, the tone behind the counter matters more than ever. If you look at that video and you go right down, the first comment says, "You can buy stamps at the grocery store." That's the first comment. If you rewind the video after this, go look at it. That means they don't want to deal with you. That's not Jay saying it. That's them saying it. Everybody's saying it. Time Magazine is saying it. Sports Illustrated. Anyway, your demeanor has to remain professional. You can be overwhelmed and still control your professionalism, because when the attitude matches your frustration and then the frustration of the people that are out in the lobby, that's when the police end up getting called. And once the police show up at the post office over wait times, obviously that's a perception disaster. Now, look at the full industry. If you've made it this far, I want y'all to look at the full industry. The UPS just posted out a video that said they are scaling back retail exposure, meaning they're cutting all their stores. FedEx is leaning into automation so people don't have to deal with somebody over the counter. DHL is minimizing storefront dependency as well. UPS, FedEx, all of them. Amazon don't have none. And why do you think that is? Because now, today, 2026, customers want speed. They don't want friction. They don't want no conversation. They want to scan and go. And there's a lot of people that are like, no, my customers love me. I believe that. I believe your customers love you, but they're getting older and they're not going to be here forever. They want self-service kiosks. They want online labeling. That's what we offer. They got the QR codes. They got the package lockers. The smiling window clerk used to be the face of the Postal Service. That role is shrinking. Look at your own post office. You see it. And y'all don't want to sit there and talk about it. But if private companies that only deal with packages, such as DHL, UPS, etc., are reducing face-to-face retail, what do you think the leadership at the USPS is doing? They're watching them. You see it now. Your scanners are now doing what? Taking pictures of your packages. Not because clerks are evil, not because all customers are evil, but the numbers, all about money. The numbers drive the decisions of the Postal Service. And right now, the numbers on perception are not strong. And at my hometown right there, the Bronx, it's both things at the same time. It's staffing that wasn't there, misaligned, or whatever it is. The volume is definitely overloaded. That was because of the weather, I'm sure. And the facility is not built for today modern parcel deliveries or levels. And in some cases, it's the attitude. So you can acknowledge the systematic failure and still demand better customer service. And you can defend employees from unrealistic expectations and still say to them that the tone that they give to the customers matter as well. And if we're being real, y'all know the clerk craft is not what it used to be. Customer service is a skill set, I'm being so serious, that has eroded across society, period. Not just USPS, everywhere. You can't go anywhere without somebody having an attitude. Like, yo, I didn't ask you to come work here. I didn't. From Walmart to everywhere, man. Fast food, airlines, retail, everywhere. People are impatient. The workers are burned out. The cameras are everywhere. So what happens in a place already that's under pressure, like the Boogie Down? You got another viral clip. Now the whole country continues to think that one specific office represents all of the United States Postal Service, and that's not the case, but that's the dangerous part. But pretending that there is not a pattern does not help it either. If you're a clerk watching this and you show up every day and treat people right, this is not about you. I lost all my APWU people. They stopped watching me. They think I pick on them too much. But I'm not picking at anybody. I'm bringing shit to the forefront that y'all don't want to talk about. That's what I do. I talk about it. That's kind of my thing. If you're a customer who waited for 3 hours and got an attitude on top of it, I understand why you mad. But the bigger question is, what happens if retail perception does not improve? You're going to have more kiosks, which they're doing, more automation, which we have, fewer windows that are operational, which we have, and less face-to-face interaction. I live in such and such city, huge, and I can count on a heavy day 5 window clerks. You got a manager that'll come out and help, but 5 top window clerks. And I live in a really heavily populated area, but on their best day, they have 5 at the window. I think there's like 9 or 10 windows there. But once those changes are happening and once they're done, they don't ever reverse and say, you know what, we need to bring, 10 more people in. They won't. That's not doom talk. It's reading the climate. So clerks, what's the real issue? Is it staffing? Is it management? Is it burnout? And to any customers that watch, which they really do, because this is an inside thing, if you got customers, oh man, they curse me out. I be trying to defend y'all. I had some random customers be on here just talking shit about the post office. Y'all got to read some of them. But how long have you waited? Me? I know how long I wait. How were you treated? I know how they treat me. Let's have a conversation. But ignoring it, it will not fix the real root of the problem. That's all I got to talk about, man. Some people get on here and they say, hey, man, Jay, he's just all about trying to get interaction from people and he's this, that. Well, that's the purpose of this channel, man. I don't know what this dude is about. I got somebody that says, only thing that Jay does is he tries to get interaction. Well, yeah, that's it. I'm trying to change the culture. I'm trying to get people to talk to each other. I'm trying to get people understand what other people are going through. All right, so for those that for some reason have this issue with Jay as if you're going to shut Jay down, just wanted you to take a look at this. I want you to look at the likes and dislikes. There's always one person. There's always one person, and that's okay. But I want you to continue to look. We don't drop down below 95. So I never ask anybody for a like. This is virtually unheard of. Go to the next page. Just keep going. Everybody's entitled to opinion, but it is what it is. So when you get on here, say, oh, I can't stand this guy. Oh, I got to hold 2 people. 5, 3, 1. Keep watching. You're entitled to all of that. Keep watching. All you're doing is just helping me beat the algorithm. Yeah. So you made it to the end of the video. This is JH. It gets comical. It's comical. You know why people watch me? It's because I don't sugarcoat shit. It's because I'm talking to you and with you. You see me? It's JH. And I'm out.
All I hear is talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. The she be down the ride, oh, I bet that.